Steve Bossador, and I am going to show you how to reboot a remote computer into safe mode and remote control it using VNC scan while in safe mode. Now, there's a couple prerequisites. First of all, the remote computer needs to be Windows 2000 or better, and it should be running at least Service Pack 4. There's a lot of management functions that just don't work right on Windows 2000 if it's before Service Pack 4. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to take this laptop here and we're going to reboot it into safe mode. First of all, we'll connect to it to see that it's in regular mode right now. It's just a regular Windows XP laptop, and let's minimize this. And in order to reboot it into safe mode, we're going to right click it, choose General Tools, or Windows Tools, I'm sorry, Windows Tools, and Reboot Computers. And when we do that, the wizard comes up to reboot the remote computer. I keep on saying remote control. But anyways, so you get the use alternate credentials. It's not on a domain. We're just going to put it at host, because that tells the authentication to use the local account on the laptop instead of a domain account when authenticating. Password is the same either way. So then I'm going to tell it you have a choice of regular reboot, or we can reboot into safe mode, and we choose next. And I'm going to force the reboot. I'm going to leave this stuff unchecked because basically this says whether or not the end user can cancel it or not while it's counting down, and a display message while it's counting down. And for how long do you want it to count down? I want it to happen right now, and with no chance for the user to get in the way. And so there it goes, is doing its job, authenticating with the remote computer using the credentials I supplied it. And in a second, a black box will pop up and do the hard work of rebooting the computer. Now, while it's doing this, I want to point out that I guess kind of a brag a little bit, the VNC scan was the very first program on the market to be able to do this. Matter of fact, still it's the only one that does it in this way, that does it to this extent. Now, while it's rebooting, I'm going to ping it. That's my way of watching to see when the computer comes back up, because it's way over on the other side, so I can't see it. So we're just going to sit here and ping it, and let it go in timeout, and then come back. Now there's another program out there, a web-based one actually, that I guess imitation is the best form of flattery. So it's cool that they're doing it, but what they're saying is that they're supporting safe mode like this in remote control, but really what they're doing is they're requiring the end user to reboot the computer into safe mode for you, and then requiring the end user to initiate the VNC server. So there's a lot of end user, involvement with this process on all the other products except for VNC Scan. VNC Scan is the only one that will let you reboot it like this remotely over a network, wait for it to come back up, and then connect yourself with no need for an end user to even be at the other end. This could be a server in your server room somewhere. So I'm going to pause it while it's waiting for this thing to come back up, because I'm not going to make you sit and wait for me. Okay, it's come back up now. So I'm going to wait for it to finally get to a Windows screen, and then we can double click on this computer and check it out now in save mode. And here we are, it's back up. Now you can see it's in safe mode. It's in the corners, and we can send the Control-Alt-Delete and log in. And it's going to give me a little box that tells me it's in safe mode. Do you want to continue? And yes, I do. Now, to get it back into regular Windows mode, you have a couple options. First of all, I'm going to show you how to do one, then I'll go back and actually do the other. You can right-click this computer again, and Windows Tools, go back into the same reboot computers, and next put in host. Of course, if you're on a domain, make sure it says the domain and you have your correct username and password on here. And I would just leave it at this, and then I push next, and then it would reboot the computer into the full Windows mode, undoing the safe mode stuff that it did to put it into safe mode. Alternatively, if for some odd reason that's not working, when you tell a computer to reboot into safe mode, an icon gets put onto its desktop called safeboot.exe. That is a manual way of undoing the safe mode and rebooting the computer. So double click on that, and it's going to come up with a little blurb talking about please register if this isn't registered. And we agree to the terms, and we want to reboot now. And now that's going to send that computer back into another reboot. And when it comes back up, it'll be in normal mode. There's no interaction with the end user in this entire process, and this is a great way to get into a remote computer and remove spyware, remove anything that is too stubborn to remove while Windows is in normal mode. So it's that easy. And if you have any questions, you can email me at sbastador@vncscan.com, or just go to vncscan.com and take a look at our stuff and download a trial and give it a try for yourself. Thank you.